Here's a sequence to help with shoulder pain and strengthening the shoulders. This is a sequence I learned from Ramanand, and I will share it with you today. Hopefully it helps. Okay. So I start out with enough room to come back. So I put my hands on the mat with this kind of an L shape here with my fingers. And I have enough distance between my knees so that I can come and come back like this and stretch back onto the floor. So I'm going to place a block right where those two L's are, okay? So I will start out by lifting the pinky finger. So I'm here, so the basic here is I don't want to collapse into my shoulders, right? So I want to lift, straighten the arms, and then lift, this armpit so that I'm lifting my chest here. I'm not collapsing or rounding my back. Okay, so I lift the pinky, I have the arm straight, and I come back. Come back up, and I can do this maybe 10 times. So keep the pinky lifted, and I come back. And what I notice is that the entire palm needs to be in contact with the mat. So the first thing that starts happening is these knuckles of the hand start coming up. So keep them down, all 5 of them, and the palm down. Only the pinky comes up. So watch for that. So the pinky is lifted. I come back, keeping my arms very straight, I come forward. And then ring finger. So I press all my fingers down except for the ring finger, and I notice maybe it's a little bit harder, but keep those knuckles down. Don't lift the palm, just the ring finger. So come down here, and it's, kind of difficult for me to keep my ring finger up, but okay. So I would do this about 10 times, and then now it's middle finger comes up, pressing all of the knuckles of the 5 fingers down. Only the middle finger comes up, and I come down. Okay, come down about 10 times. Okay, after I've done this around 10 times, I lift my index finger, keeping every other knuckle pressed down onto the mat. Okay, so arms straight, index finger up, and come up. Okay. All right, and bring that index finger down, and then it's you don't remove the block, but I'll do this so that you can see. Then I just lift the thumbs, and you feel the hands really working. So the thumbs come up, keep the knuckle down. See, my palm wants to come up, I keep that knuckle down. Up, and start working on the weakness of the hands. Okay. Make sure you're not rounding the back. Just coming back. Okay, for the second part of this, we'll do the same exercise, but now instead of coming down into that resting pose, I'll come here, I'll lift my pinky, and I'll come down with my forearms to the mat. And every time I come down, I want to bring my forearms closer together until they touch, till my elbows touch. Right, so I'm coming, and same thing, all of the knuckles firmly onto the mat without lifting the palm or other fingers, just the pinky. So I'll do that just for the pinky, and I notice right when I come here and my elbows are coming closer together, there's a tendency for this part of my palm to want to come up, but I keep it pressed onto the mat. And then I do the same thing, and I'll remove the block so you can see. You can keep the block there. I lift my ring finger, and I bring my forearms down. And ring finger. And then I try to bring the forearms closer to each other. And my hand sort of, of course, does not want to stay there, but just a finger lifted up, and see how close you can bring the forearms together. Same thing with the middle finger, index finger, and we're bringing Okay, so trying to bring these as close as we can with all of the knuckles and parts of the palm in contact. The only thing lifted here should be the index finger. Come up. Okay, and same thing with the thumbs. Only the thumbs come up, the rest of the palm and the mound of the thumbs stay on the mat. Okay, and I bring the arms down, arms up, arms down, and arms up. Okay, so this is part 1 of these shoulder exercises.